Well, thank you for staying with us at 6:30. I'm Christiane Klein.
And I'm Brian Loftus. Michael Avenatti, well known as the attorney for adult film star Stormy Daniels, dropped by a progressive Las Vegas group today, sounding an awful lot like a candidate for president.
Now, Avenatti decried the treatment of immigrant children at the border and told a small crowd to turn out and vote because the future of the republic hangs in the balance. Politics Now co-host Steve Sebelius was at that event and sat down with Avenatti afterwards. What do you think,
Well,
Steve?
he has not declared for office just yet, but it sure sounds like he's definitely testing the waters for a presidential bid against Donald Trump. That's the man who he's suing on behalf of Daniels. In brief remarks to guests at the offices of the progressive group Battleborn Progress, Avenatti denounced Trump's policies on everything from immigration to climate change to the potential for long-term transformations, wrought by a more conservative, Trump-appointed Supreme Court. Ironically enough, Avenatti acknowledged that Trump had paved the way for somebody like him without any political experience to consider a run for office.
The only office that I would run for is the U.S. presidency. I'm not interested in being a career politician. I'm interested in solving this dumpster fire of a presidency, and I think it's going to take a very unique candidate to challenge and successfully beat Donald Trump in 2020, and regardless of who the nominee is, it's going to be an incredibly difficult campaign, and he's not to be underestimated as a candidate.
Avenatti said he strongly supports the precedent set in the landmark 1997 case of Clinton v. Jones, in which a unanimous Supreme Court held that a sitting president can be subjected to a deposition in a civil case even while still in office. He said President Trump's Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh should promise not to rule in cases including presidential immunity, the Robert Mueller investigation, or the Stormy Daniels lawsuit. If Kavanaugh won't make that pledge, then he shouldn't be confirmed, Avenatti said. But Avenatti spent most of his time talking about the Trump administration's family separation policy, which she called an absolute outrage and a disgrace, taking aim at Trump and top policy aide Stephen Miller.
Again, where are the Republicans, where is the leadership in Congress as it relates to providing a check and balance on Mr. Miller and Mr. Trump? They are absolutely absent. They're no place to be found. And again, they ought to be standing up for decency. They ought to be standing up for humanity. I don't care what your politics are. I don't care if you're on the right, the left, or the center. You don't steal children from their parents and hold them for months on end.
Avenatti also acknowledged in our interview that he bought the rights to a videotape polygraph test that adult film star Stormy Daniels took right here in Las Vegas. He said he feared other people would buy and try to destroy that tape. The I-Team's George Knapp showed you portions of that video back in March. The polygraph showed Daniels was being truthful when she was asked about her affair with President Donald Trump. So we may hear more from Michael Avenatti in the future.
Oh, very interesting. Thank you, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.